Hello and welcome to this edition of Big Sky 35 Saturday Chat, uh, where I kind of go through the week there was, week there will be, and kind of where my goals are and where I'm at right now. So the week there was had Carlos on from Because I'm Carlos, front of the channel. Somebody I chat with, have great discussions with about making videos and stuff. The hobby and hopefully hang out with in the fall when I go to the expo. We talked about card shows because he went to the last expo and he had some intriguing insight on it. And was just trying to get some more insight, has questions on top of that he covered on his own channel. Uh, and also, kind of where we are as a community because I'm definitely seeing a difference in card shows here, but it seems like across the country. And I'm not talking in a good way. I'll hopefully go to one next week, a big one, and Hickory, which I thought was today. It had my dates wrong. So I did what I usually do on Saturday when I got nothing to do. I go out hunting, go to a new area, look around. I'll get on that here in a minute. So it was a good chat. If you haven't checked it out, please do. It's something good to listen to while you're sorting cards or watching a ball game in the background, whatever. Monday, me and my dad chatting about the season, injuries. This is going to be the season of the injury. It seems like I'm doing fantasy baseball and it's just crippled my team, making hard decisions. It's bad. I got like 6 people right now that I could have on the IL. But the way we do our league, you can't have so many transactions in a week. You can only have 3 transactions, and it's crippled me. You got to stream some pitching if you want to win, and I can't do that. Well, I am doing that. I'm just leaving blanks in my lineup. But back to me and my dad just chatting and talking about umpires is still because it's not getting any better. It seems to be getting worse. They're not being held accountable. If they were, we wouldn't be seeing the same shit going on the field. Then I did Wednesday, SGC, small return. Getting close to the end of my Batman 66. I got 3 more cards, I believe, out. Waiting on those to come back. Then I'm done. Also have another order getting ready to go in the SGC that has just baseball cards, I believe, if I remember correctly. Let's see what else we got. So that comes to today. I have to think about it. I have not been feeling well. Sorry, I had to put a cough drop in. I've had a scratchy throat. I believe it was allergies. It's kind of turned into, I don't know if it's something more or not. I just feel run down, felt kind of fluish. Thursday felt a little feverish, but that kind of went away. I didn't have like a hard fever, but just wasn't feeling well. Slept a lot and felt better today. Thank goodness I got good work and I could call in a couple of days. And I feel bad leaving them shorthanded, but I was feeling bad Wednesday and it hit me that day, and I was feeling chills and not feeling well. When you get that way, I think it was the flu, but not the flu where it's coming out everywhere. It was just more of just aches and pains, sniffles. Didn't really have a headache or anything. That was good. I haven't been stopped up. The only problem is if I'm sleeping is my throat gets itchy and I start coughing a little bit. So I have to go get a cough drop and water, try to soothe it for a little bit so I can get some sleep. But anyway, that's over to woe is me. Other than that, I'm okay. Everything's good. Staying on target. Been spending a little bit more money than I would like to. Not even on ball cards, really. I mean, some of it's on ball cards. Uh, some of it's on other stuff too. Got a new hat for the Mother's Day weekend. I got another. I do have the hat from the what am I thinking of? The that new uniform, whatever it's called, the uh City Connect. I do have that hat coming in. I'm not too upset about that. The worst thing about that uniform is the hat. We'll try to get the Armed Forces Day one too. Usually that one runs out pretty fast. I don't know if they don't make as many of those or what, but before, when it comes to hats and stuff like that, Fanatics is it. Yeah, you can go to New Era and try to get it there, but it's all the same. If Fanatics don't have it, New Era's not going to have it. Fanatics owns lids. They send it out to all the ball teams unless you go to the stadium. Because I go to their store, the store connects you to Fanatics. It's all the same thing. It's just one vicious circle. I was looking for the Minnesota Twins hat last year that I finally picked up at a store when I went to Cooperstown. I was looking for that hat, and not being near Minnesota was kind of tough. And I finally found it there at a store that pretty much had every hat under the sun. So, with that being said, spending money other ways, and I did get a few cards in this week already. Three, only two. One of them is a UVA player. So I've been picking up some UVA guys. They're cheap. Don't have a lot of money right now, so I've just been like spending it, and I shouldn't be. That's the bad part. So I've got to check myself a little bit. But I can get UVA cards, $1, $2. Got an autograph for $5 or whatever, $13. So that kind of sedates my buying a little bit. Also, still just always, I spend an hour a day. Speaking of goals, I make myself, now that I'm working first shift, I can schedule. This is how I got to do things. I've learned this early on. I have to schedule time and stick to it. I used to have to do this with studying. I have to do this with everything in my life. I know it feels like work then, but it's what I got to do. If not, then I'll fluff off and I won't do what I should be doing. Schedule an hour to list cards and sport lots. So I can get a pretty good amount every day put on. It's probably 50 to 100. It's probably not, thousands, but it's all I need. Still sorting, still purging, going through, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with some of it. Having fun doing that. It's always fun seeing what I have, going through, seeing cards, going, oh, I remember this guy. This guy was supposed to be the next whatever. And I laugh, or how I'll hit somebody that I thought was supposed to be, I thought something of, for whatever reason, it caught my eye. But that's kind of fun. But also, it's Mother's Day weekend, and I've been seeing people put videos out, Moo Rock and a few other people talking about their moms and collecting. And I've talked about this before. My dad is a huge sports fan. My mom likes sports too. But my mom collects. She's always been a collector. As far back, her and her brother, as far back as I can remember, my uncle collected Civil War artifacts, books, anything Civil War-ish. He also collected stamps and coins. He would go out and do the, do that. So he would do that stuff. He pretty much had a museum at his house when he passed away. My mom, man, she saw at an early age I was really into the sports cards and non-sports cards. So she tried to get me into other things so it wouldn't be just on that. So she tried stamps, she tried coins. It took 50 years, but I'm doing coins now by accident, but I'm doing them a little bit just for funsies. Uh, and nothing big, just quarters, just having fun with quarters. Uh, she collected bells. I didn't, but she got me into like, let's see, what else did she have me? Uh, some books, uh, things like that. She like over the years, I was getting shot glasses, and so she thought I was collecting shot glasses, and she started getting everywhere she went. She was getting a shot glass for me. So she's really big into my collecting world. If she sees me collecting it, she wants to support it. She's bought history books for me because I collect history stuff. She's bought some really nice stuff in my collection, including Mickey Mantle card. Uh, she's got me a Billy Williams pencil drawn collect auto by Billy Williams and by the artist. It's numbered out of 1,000. It's 981 out of 1,000. I don't know what made her do that other than she saw it. It was a Hall of Famer. She got it. But that's how she is. She used to pick up packs for me or whatever. And her mother, I lived with for a large time growing up, if not, or stayed with her on weekends and stuff, because that was in my old neighborhood where all my friends were. And Granny was pretty much an enabler. So her mother used to help in all that. She collected cardinals, the bird, not the baseball team, but she loved cardinals. So she had little trinkets and stuff of cardinals. And we would set up stuff so she could see them from her kitchen or on her front porch where birds would be, and she would love looking at cardinals. Um, but you know, my mom has been, still is a huge part of my collecting world. She's never questioned what I do. Uh, she's seen me buy a lot in retail one time. That's like the only time when she's asked me, like, when I buy a couple $100 in retail stuff. And that's like the only time she's ever like didn't question. She was just like, huh. But and my dad's the same way. My dad's been really supportive, but my dad has been like supportive and like going to ball games, going to shows. Where my mom, she will go to shows, she just don't care about going in. She was like, I'll go, but I'll sit in the car. Well, that defeats the purpose of being with my mom. But yeah, she, to this day, she has a pretty good collection of Jimmy Johnson stuff. She called me up because I guess he was racing in some race a couple of weeks ago. Was calling me to make sure what channel it was on. Uh, she still, she used to do movies. She gets in these things where she did dolls. She's all kinds of different things. And I have reined mine in to some point where I try to stay with sports memorabilia cards, and I've even narrowed it down to like a few players now. But I'm getting into this video game kick right now, and that comes and goes with me. I'll get in it, and it's big for me for a little bit, and it just lets me not take a break from cards, but it lets me, I don't know, take my mind off of it a little bit. I haven't been to a card shop in months. I don't even see a reason why anymore. With eBay, I go to card shops. They never have anything that I'm looking for. If they do, it's overpriced. It's just, and I understand they got to get the most out of it that they can get. Uh, and I try to make friends with the card shop. And I do. I've made friends with the ones here. And I mean, when I say friends, I have phone numbers and we talked, and I just feel like I don't buy boxes and all that stuff. So I kind of slid out of it. I'm glad I don't have the room to do some things like, my mom makes sure like the history when I was growing up and my uncle would make sure I got to go to see history stuff and things like that. So I got to a point one time when I was like painting miniature army men and trying to make battlefields and stuff. Uh, I just didn't have the space for it then. I definitely don't have it now. If I did now, I think I would do it. I love it. I watch those videos. And other videos I love is Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars and all those. The racing. I've always liked when people build the railroad sets, right, and make a complete scene, when I the battlefield stuff. I don't care about railroads. To me, watching a train go around in a track is boring. I get bored very easily with that. But the setting and all that. But when these people race these cars, it's gravity racing. It's fun to watch. It's relaxing to me. I like the commentating in it is really great. There's one here in Winston-Salem that does it. Um, Cars are huge here. If you didn't know that, Winston-Salem Museum, Winston Cup Museum, just closed up. It's just on the other side of the city from me. I actually saw where it was about a month ago. Winston Cup was what NASCAR used to be. When I was growing up, it was the Winston Cup. And so, I do have other things that I do, but not like I do cards and sports cards, non-sports cards. It's a huge deal. As you can see, I got this pop sitting right here. Picked up a couple of pops today. Really love those, even though I keep hearing that they're dying out, but then they just keep making them. I don't know. People keep buying them. But I just want to talk about my mom this weekend and how she's really been there, supportive of everything I've ever done. And I can't be with her this weekend, but after I moved away and feel how fortunate I am to be at 52. I still have my mom that is, still very active. She still works. She's got the same job in her 70s and kicks ass at it. You know, she she's been very supportive and a great role model almost in the collecting world. She gets all over the place. She's scattered a little bit, but yet she has fun doing it. And that's what it's about. The hobby, that's what any hobby's about. So I just wanted to bring that up and really thankful this weekend for my mom. And I'm thankful for the other moms in my life that it's not my biological mom. I have a stepmom that's very supportive. Uh, we've not always got along, but as an adult, we've gotten very close. Uh, so, and other moms in my life that are not with me anymore, my friends' moms that were my neighborhood moms or ball moms or whatever. I have a spot in my heart for them as well this weekend and every day. So every day to me, when I see my mom and I'm with her, I always try to do something special for her, take her out to dinner, spend time, do something that she wants to do. If it's just sitting there listening to her talk, it's just me and her. How many more days any of us have on this spinning ball of dirt, So with that being said, tomorrow night I'll have Let's Talk. I'm gonna be on at 8 o'clock. My job, I get up at 6 to go to work. I Last week I was rushing to get off. I could have talked some more. Uh, we didn't even stay on afterwards like we usually do. Uh, I know other people are on. I know other people are having a joint thing tomorrow night at that same time. I feel blessed that people come and choose me to watch uh, live or afterwards. And y'all don't understand how thankful I am of y'all. I don't care if it was two people. I would be thankful for those two people. Um, it is what it is. So, I like Sunday night. I was before those two, and I will be there after. Believe that. So until then, like, share, tell a friend, subscribe if you haven't. Picking up a couple here and there. I want to say welcome to all of y'all. Sorry, I got a little sentimental today, but it's Mama's weekend. So reach out, say hi. Remember, say hi to your mamas or the ones that have been like your mama in your life. And until next time, see ya.